Episode 2 of the TAPiTAG podcast. Here we're with Ivan and myself, Mark, and we're in the Sherathon Athlone Hotel. Ivan, do you want to give a bit of an overview on the lovely background that we have?
Yeah, so we're up on the 9th floor of the Sherathon Tower. We've got, behind Mark there, we've got St Mary's Church, and to the right of St Mary's Church we've TAPiTAG HQ, right in the heart of Ireland here in Athlone. And over my shoulder here we've the River Shannon, and it's at full flow there today with all the rain we've had, and that cuts right through the heart of Ireland. So that's our location.
I think we're on the 9th floor, is that correct?
We're on the 9th floor, yeah.
Ninth floor. And again, just a big thanks to all the guys here in the Sherathon Athlone Hotel. Always fantastic support for us, so really appreciate
looking
it.
after us well.
Yeah, as always. Thanks, Mary. Look, I suppose we'll get into it. I think today we want to cover a couple of different topics. The main one being obviously the review tags, but before we get there, let's go to probably how did we get here? How do we end up in Athlone, and what are we doing in Athlone? What's our kind of main functions from the heart of Ireland?
That's completely your fault.
Yeah.
It's completely your fault. You're that.
Yeah.
Well, initially, when we initially started, we're obviously your back bedroom.
Yeah.
In Dublin, and here you tell it.
Yeah, well, I suppose myself, yourself, and John went to CES.
We'll go back then.
Yeah, I think that's how far back it goes, and it was a case that we rocked up to CES with no business cards. Yeah. We came home with a lot, and it was we kind of thought there had to be an easier way, so we went and made a bit of a run for it. So we went developed a system. And then, life circumstances kind of got in the way, and I moved to Athlone, and it's been a great move for us.
Yeah, I mean, business card vertical was the first vertical we did. We did the standalone cards, whereby you could buy a card, scan the QR code, and set up your virtual card.
Yep.
And then we did the corporate managed system, which allows companies all around the world manage a fleet of business cards.
And more on that, you can view episode 1 of the TAPiTAG podcast.
Yeah, we went through all that. I suppose stemming on from that, and our customer base in the business card vertical, we started developing the review tags.
Yeah, which has been a massive success then as well for us. It's been, it's probably parallel, like it's aligned a little bit with the business cards and the customer base that we have too.
Yeah, exactly. So again, similar enough to the business cards produced. It's important. We produce everything here in Athlone. You know what I mean? So all the printing, everything is done here in Athlone. And generally, if someone puts an order in to the system, no matter what product, we're generally shipping out the next day. You know,
how does that? So for people who don't know, let's say a standalone card or a standalone tag, and as I said, we'll get into more detail on these in a little bit.
Yeah.
How does that process work? If you're just coming onto our website, do you want to give everybody who's watching there just an overview of?
Well, our motto, Mark, is it's granny proof.
Yeah.
Can your granny do it?
My granny can use it.
Yeah. So you basically simply log onto our system, select the medium. What medium do you want? Do you want something for the back of your phone? And again, you can have the Google review tags on the back of your phone as well. So you can have a back of your phone, PVC, bamboo, or even laser etched, cool on a metal. You decide the medium. You drop your logo in. You can design it all up from our website. Once you're happy with the design and what it's going to look like, hit go. Magically the next day it arrives in the post to you.
Yep.
Scan the QR code, and you can set up your virtual card, or you can set up your review tag. And the review tag is just as easy to set up. Basically, pin your location as a cafe or a restaurant or whatever it might be. Yeah. And you set up your Google review or your TripAdvisor, whatever it might be. So it's literally that easy. You know what I mean? Our motto has always been, can your granny do it? You know what I mean? So your granny can do it.
So as simple as going to www.tapitag.co, choosing the product that you think will suit you best, either from a card to a phone tag to a key ring to a display stand, whatever your kind of business requires. And then setting it up within a couple of clicks. It's very, very simple. And as I think we touched on it the last day, we have the corporate plan, but with this self-setup cards and tags, they're made for everybody. It's not just, you don't have to be a big business to use them. If you're a one-man band, you can get a card, you can set it up, and replaces all of your paper business cards.
Yeah,
off the back of it.
exactly.
And that's our office is just at the back. You might see the church there, but our office is right beside the church there, and it's everything is done there.
Yeah,
isn't it fantastic? The Midlands.
I mean, that was a big one for us at the start. In that, when we started out 3 years ago, our production was overseas.
Yeah,
that
was a big challenge, wasn't it?
Massive challenge, and it just meant lead times just weren't realistic, and we always wanted, people want it now.
Yeah.
That's the way it is. They want it now, and that was a game changer for us when we brought it all in house. So yeah, it's all done from here. It's all done from basically the heart of Ireland. We ship all around the world from here, and it's worked out great for us.
And every company who's starting out, they all have teething problems. They all have obstacles that they need to.
The road is never straight.
It's never straight. No, that's for sure. That's for sure. No. But it's all part of a journey, and you go on that and you enjoy it, don't you? And I suppose we've gone from having that vertical of the digital business cards, the phone tags, and our journey has then led us on to Google Review, TripAdvisor, Trustpilot. We've Facebook, we've TikTok, all these tags that allow companies of all sizes, whether you're a cafe, whether you're a restaurant, a hairdresser, a barber, a car showroom, we've tons of them. But capture it's reviews.
Yeah, it's a massive vertical. You know what I mean? And it's a massive way for any business, to enhance their business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Listen, when I'm, traveling or when I'm going out, probably like yourself, Mark, you look at a place to see how the Google review is. The stats are unreal.
Let me give you a stat.
Okay, what's the stat?
The stat is...
I have a few, actually.
Well, don't rob mine.
Yeah.
89% of people will search a Google review before they go and even look at your business or consider going into your business.
I have another one for you.
Go for it.
Only 9% will visit your business if you have low review ratings.
So like less than 2 stars or something like that, is it?
I think it might even be higher than that. So it's so important for a business to enhance
those 5 stars.
I mean, when if we're traveling or we're going out, my wife Madry, she'll do the search criteria. It'll be over 4 star.
Yeah.
She'll put in the value, whatever it might be, and they'll pop up. So that's how important it is. So if you don't have your review rating good, you're completely limiting your business.
Yeah. So if a company if they're not focusing on getting reviews, you're probably telling them start focusing on getting reviews.
Yeah.
It's
this is a really beautiful product for doing that.
Yeah.
Because you can have these products in any way. I mean, we've got some samples here. I mean, and again, you can customize these. All customized to your look and feel, how you want it in the business. But you can have it right there. I mean, the Sherathon that's the Sherathon ones there, Sherathon Athlone. This is what they have them throughout the hotel here, and it's at reception. So when a person is checking out and they feel they've had a great experience, and they can ask them, politely and subtly, listen, if you've had a good time here, you wouldn't mind just tapping and leaving us a review. That's how easy it is. Yeah. Basically, place your phone over. All our products have got NFC built in. It will pop up, go straight through to the TripAdvisor page. That's what the guys use here. Or Google Review plays, you hit your 4 or 5 stars and you leave a comment. Yeah. You literally have done it in 5 seconds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the similarity between our business card product and the Google Review is very, very similar.
You want to capture the person instantly, don't you?
It's easier to capture when it's in front of you, because you've probably already created that connection with that person.
Yeah, and they want it. I think we've always talked about it. If you've been somewhere that you've had a great time and you've enjoyed yourself, you want to leave a review as this was brilliant. We had a great experience.
And I suppose mapping on from that, I mean, you're right, Mark. This is for your sole traders, your stalls, whatever it might be, business. Up to, we have these in clinics around the world where there's 220 clinics globally, and they've got Google Review tags in their clinics, and did you have a good experience? Yes, we had a great experience. They can then log on to our corporate managed system, and they can have a look to see who's getting the most taps, which clinics are getting the most reviews, and that then, it's amazing. They've told us the correlation then to busy stores is incredible. So if a clinic, let's say, is getting the reviews up, is getting the taps, they can say, well, actually, that is our busiest, clinic, and it's in Belfast, and because they're getting the most reviews.
What are they doing? What are they doing versus, let's say, what the store in another part of the world is doing, and how can they copy that? How can they
they're
bring
not
that
asking
across?
their customers for positive feedback, and positive feedback leads to great reviews. And as a result, you're going to be a busier business.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. And I think, again, touching on, let's say, for a bigger business, you kind of mentioned there that they can manage them all from one dashboard, similar to, let's say, what we do in our corporate customers. So we can preload all of those tags for each store, each location, and you can get an overview of how many taps that store is doing, who's tapping most, and in relation to who's getting most 5-star reviews, then who's increasing their reviews. So it's very powerful for any type of business, whether big or small, to have that placed on the reception desk beside where you're going to pay. It's a really, really powerful tool.
You can see there with the Sherathon one, Mark, aesthetically it looks really good.
Really nice.
You know what I mean? So they basically it blends in with the ambience of the hotel here. Very, very well. So it's just, and it becomes a really important then sales tool.
In terms of customization then, and I know we've got let's say standard designs.
I think what we'll do is a lot of them are on the website, so we'll map through a little scroll of the website after this so you can see. But literally, we've got everything from the lollipop, the stand. We've got wooden stands there. We've got acrylic ones. Again, we can customize the print. We're down then to, we've got actual cards. So the cards are quite handy because we've got some restaurants that we met at the Hospitality Expo a couple of weeks back, and what they do is they have, let's say, 24 cards they reuse, and all they do is, and the way they want to do it, it's a nice way of doing it, is they leave it in the bill. So it's left in the bill. So they give the person the bill, they open the bill, and on the right is tap or scan to leave us a review. And that's the way they wanted to do it. And then we've got so we've got all those kind of business card type ones for the Google review, and then we've got the ones that are quite popular as well that are on the back of the phone.
We've key rings. We've got, and this would be our 120 mil. So we've got a 70 mil, which would be this size. That's, let's say, one for Instagram to increase your followers. We've our 120 mil. We've also got then a 200 mil round, which is again much bigger, and then the 200 mil square, which again is all really nice suite of products. We in the local gym here, House Fitness in Athlone. So if you go into House Fitness, you'll see a full suite of TAPiTAG products where they're looking for Google reviews. They have it at the desk. Their Instagram is another key one, Ivan, isn't it? It's how many people go and visit Instagram to see how many followers you have or what you're doing. Let's say as a brand, brand awareness is so important. Having let's say an Instagram tag that you have dotted around captures followers instantly.
I think I was on a call last week, fashion apparel retailer, and they have the Google review, and then they also have follow us on Instagram, Facebook, the Meta platform, because a lot of the stuff that they showcase is on there. So anyone visiting the store, they want to make sure they're also following them on Facebook, because they will put a lot of their styles up there as well. So that's very important for them as well. So they had both in the actual store, and again, looking really good. You know what I mean? And
for anybody, let's say if they're buying a standalone review tag, whatever platform it's on, they can always update the link. They can always change the link if they need to. It's constantly updatable. It's not just the case that you're buying a tag and it's stuck to the link that it's going to. You can constantly change that up and request reviews for different places. It's totally customizable. You know what I mean? And that can be changed anytime. You know what I mean? So any of the links can be changed, modified. You can add more stuff. You're in control. The virtual card, you can go on here now, change it, or add something different. Hit update, it's done. Your next tap, it's updated. So, I mean, that side of it is completely customizable anytime and updatable at any time. You know what I mean? And it eliminates paper print. That's the other thing. You've one tag to replace all of. We've seen it before. You have paper prints asking for Google reviews. Might be covered in food. It could be wet, damaged by water. this is obviously, it's waterproof.
Yeah, these are very durable.
Yeah,
very durable.
They're very, very good. Like
I mean, that's a big trend in our business, is the whole eliminating of paper and just making it more seamless.
Digital, sustainable.
Yeah. So it's easy to do. It's no problem,
So I suppose, so for anybody who's looking for a Google review tag, TripAdvisor, Trustpilot, where do they get them?
TAPiTAG.co. Yeah. Basically, just log on there. If you're looking for just 1, 2, whatever, and then if you're looking for a fleet of them and you want many of them, I mean, you might just mapping back there. Might say, why would I want a Google review tag for the back of my phone and stuff like that?
Yeah.
And we do a lot of stuff in the travel sector. So you could be a tour operator, bus driver, whatever it might be. We've got guys here on the Sherathon doing boat trips and stuff like that. They just want it at the back of their phone. You know what I mean? So as people leave the bus, they can just tap their phone, leave a review.
You always have your phone with you.
You always have your phone with you. It's there. So we do a lot of the Google review stuff for the back of the phone. You know what I mean? So they have it all the time. But yeah, it's just a simple matter of going on to TAPiTAG.co and basically dropping in your logo, customizing it, and you literally have it on a next day basis.
And we also have then, if somebody wants to, let's say if you're based anywhere that you're using Amazon, and we also have the full suite available on Amazon then as well.
We're on the Amazon platform, so if you prefer to order from there, there's no problem at all.
Which is fantastic. Look, I suppose that's an overview, and let's say our proximity marketing is what we call it. And it covers our Google, TripAdvisor, Trustpilot, WhatsApp, Facebook, TikTok. We've also got tags for Indeed if you have any open jobs. That's the other kind of big one that we probably haven't touched on, but Indeed tags that you can pop around if you're at a recruitment event, or if you've got open jobs that you want to have on your in your reception. Somebody can come in, tap it, see the open job, and apply there and then. It's a real just call to action, isn't it? I think that's the key thing. It's asking you. The tag is asking you to leave a review, apply for a job, follow us on TikTok. Straight away, somebody sees it. They're going to engage, and it's real engagement that you want as a business.
You'll do it there and then. You never really do it after.
No.
You know what I mean?
How many times have you been in a...
Well, you do it after is probably if it's a negative. You know what I mean?
Good shout. Really good shout,
So, it's a call to action. Do it now. No problem. If it only takes you a couple of seconds and you're there, you know. So, well, that's our Google review, or our review tag vertical.
So, as Ivan said, if you're looking for any sort of review tags with built-in NFC, QR code there, always updatable, fully customizable, ships to anywhere in the world, www.tapitag.co. That is episode 2, Ivan.
Yes.
And I will see you in the near future for episode 3.